Hello everyone. In today's video we are going to discuss about the types of finite automata. So the different types of finite automata are the deterministic finite automata, we will call it as DFA, non-deterministic finite automata NFA, non-deterministic finite automata with epsilon NFA. So these are the types of finite automata. In my last video, I've clearly explained about the finite automata, its mathematical representation, its transition diagram and transition table. So here today we are going to discuss in this video about the deterministic finite automata, which is a type of finite automata. So first let us see the definition. What is a deterministic finite automata or DFA? So DFA is a finite automata that have only one transition from a state on taking an input symbol. So if you have a finite automata, if the starting state is Q0, it will accept an input symbol, for example A. It moves only to one transition will be here. So after accepting the input symbol A, by Q0 it is moving only to one transition is there. It is moving only to the state Q1. It is not going to any other states. There is only a transition from Q0 to Q1. That is what we call it as a one transition. So it have only one transition. Here there is only one transition. Why? Because Q0 on accepting this input symbol A, it is going only to Q1. So have only one transition from a state on taking an input symbol. So from one state it is moving only to another state. That is, there is only one transition. So that is the definition of a deterministic finite automata or DFA. Now let us see the mathematical representation of a DFA. So that is very similar to, that is same as that of a finite automata. So it is a 5 tuple. So already I told you, capital letter Q, which gives you a non-empty finite set of states. Then sigma, non-empty finite set of input symbols which you are going to give as an input to your finite automata. Q0 is the start state, F is your final state and delta is your transition function. So this clearly I have explained in my previous video. Okay, so I hope you have understood the DFA, mathematical representation of a DFA. So before going into a DFA design, you are going to draw a deterministic finite automata. You must be very clear about the transition diagram and the transition table. So with that only we are going to have a design of a DFA. So let's start with the DFA design. I will clearly explain you what are the steps of the DFA design one by one. So let us check the steps. So there are 5 steps in the design of a DFA. So the first step is find out the minimum string. Okay, I will explain to you one by one. So let me first tell you the 5 steps and with an example I will clearly explain you how it works. Find out the minimum string, that is the first step. Second one, find out the alphabets. Third one, construct the base structure of DFA. Fourth one, find out the remaining transition not included in the above step. Fifth one, design the DFA. So whenever a question is given that to construct a DFA, what you have to see is first you check the question and find out the minimum string. So we are giving some string as an input to your DFA. For example, A, B, C, you are giving a string as an input to a deterministic finite automata. So we have to find out whether that string will be accepted or rejected by the DFA. So how you will draw a DFA? So for that the steps are one by one I am explaining. Find out the minimum string. So let us start with an example. Design a DFA for string that ends with 0, 1. So you have to construct a DFA. And that DFA should accept the string that only ends with 0, 1. So all those strings which ends with 0, 1, must be accepted by this particular DFA. So you have to construct a DFA which accepts all the strings that ends with 0, 1. Okay, so the first step is, I told you, find out the minimum string. Minimum string means what? Minimum string means in your question they might be given ends with 0, 1. So here's the 0, 1 is your minimum string. Okay, now the second step, find out alphabets. What is the alphabets used here? Here we are using two alphabets, 0 and 1. So that is your alphabets. Sigma, 0 and 1. These are the two alphabets. Now you have to construct the base structure of DFA. So how you will do this? So here the question they have given us, you have to construct a DFA that ends with all the strings that ends with 0, 1. So here you have to first see that the minimum string is 0, 1. So every strings that ends with 0, 1 will be accepted. Suppose that 0, 1, 0, whether this string will be accepted by the DFA? No. Why? Because they have clearly told it should end with 0, 1, not with 0. Before 0 you can have any number of 0, any number of 1. This string will be accepted because it ends with 0, 1. So 0, 0, 1. This must be accepted. Why? Because it ends with 0, 1. Okay. Now 1, 0, 1. That also must be accepted. Why? Because it ends with 0, 1. And before this 0, 1, you can have any number of zeros and any number of 1s. So you have to construct the base structure of DFA means base out of your minimum string, construct a DFA. That skeleton of the DFA you need to construct. So I will tell you how to construct that. Q0 is your start state. So how you will identify the start state? There will be an arrow coming. Now, which is your first alphabet? 0. Q0 will first take up the input symbol 0 and it will go to a state Q1. Okay. Now this is not the final state because we need the string 0 and 1. So 0 is taken. Now we have to take the 1. So now take the 1 and Q2. This will be the final state. Why? Because any string, the minimum string will be 0, 1. Minimum string will be 0, 1. When before the 0, 1 you can have any number of strings 0. More than that we cannot give. Okay. After this 0 comes or 1 comes, this will not be accepted. Any string that ends with 0, 1. So 0, 1 if you give us an string input to your DFA, it must be accepted. So from this minimum string you need to construct the base structure of a DFA. That is 0, Q0 on accepting 0, it goes to Q1. Q1 on accepting 1, it goes to Q2. So here there are two transitions. Which are those transitions? Q0 on accepting 0, it is going to Q1. Now another one is Q1 on accepting the input symbol 1, it is going to state Q2. So here we have given two transitions, right? Now our fourth step, I've already told you, the remaining transition. You need to find out the remaining transitions which you have not given in the above step 3. In the step 3 we have given only two transitions, but this is not the final DFA. Why? Because if a string like this comes, this need to be accepted. Why? Because it ends with 0, 1. So before this 0, 1, if any number of 1 or any number of 0 comes, what you need to do? So that we need to explain in your further steps. So imagine in the first beginning if there are so many number of 1 comes. Okay, after that you are getting a 0, 1. So if any number of 1s come in the beginning, how you can change this transition diagram? This is a skeleton. Now you are going to put more and more things on this. So imagine Q0. This is your start state. So in the beginning if 1 comes, see 1, 1, 0, 1. See, 0, 1 is there. Now 1, 1. So first you draw the base structure like that only, and then think about what you can do. 0 and 1. So in the beginning, if there is 1 comes, what I will do? So if 1 comes, what you have to do? It has to be in the state Q0 itself, because when it comes to 0 only, it has to move to the state Q1. Okay, when it comes to 0 only, it has to move to the state Q1. So if in the beginning, if 0 comes, it directly goes to Q1. So here what you have to do, if write down the transition function Q0 on accepting 1, where it will go? It will be in that Q0 state only. That we will write it like this. Okay, any number of 1 comes in the beginning, it will be in the state Q0 itself. Okay, that is given here. Next one, what you can have, if after that, if 0 comes, it will comes to Q1. Correct. If initially if 0 is there, automatically from Q0 it moves to Q1. Now what is our next thing? In the Q1, if there is 0 comes, what happens? So please draw this. So this we have done 0, Q1, and we have gone to Q2. So here 1. Now after the 0, again 0 is coming. Any number of 0 comes, what you will do? Any number of 0 comes, what you will do? So any number of 0 comes, it will be like this. It will be in Q1 only. So after reaching Q1, if there is any number of zeros, it will be in the state Q1 only. Is it clear? So the string should end with 0, 1. So if any number of 1, if 1 is coming in the beginning, what you have to do? Any number of 1 comes, it will be in the state Q0 itself. When 0 comes, then only there will be a transition from Q0 to Q1. And after reaching Q1 also, again if zeros are coming, it must be in Q1 only. And when it comes to 1, then it should go to the final state Q2. So this is how you have to draw the DFA, construct the DFA. Still it is not over. Again after Q2, if there comes 0 and 1, see 0, 0, 0, 1. After that if comes 0 or 1, after that again a 0 comes. Whether it should be accepted by this DFA? No. And 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. This will not be accepted. Why? Because it is not ending with 0, 1. So after this, after your string, after this 1, again if 0 or 1 comes, what you have to do? That is our next question. So at that time what you have to do is Q0, Q1, Q2. Okay. So all these states you have to draw. Remaining everything will be the same. Now after this 0 and 1, any number of zeros or 1s comes, it should not be accepted, because the string, they have clearly mentioned that the string should end with 0, 1. So but here you see it is 1. After this 0, 1, again 1, 1 is coming. So after this again 1 is coming, it should not go to the final state. So what you have to do is, after that if 0 comes, you have to go to Q1. Okay. After this again when 0 comes, you have to go to Q1. So when you reach your final state, and after that final state, if you are getting a 0, you have to come back to Q1. Okay. Next, after that if 1 comes, what happens? Q0, Q1, everything you have to clearly mark. Okay. 1 and Q2. After this, if 0 comes, I told you, you will go to Q1. Now what happens after this 1 comes? You have to go to Q0. Okay. So the transition function will be Q2 on having 1 it will go to Q0. Why? Because it should not be in the final state, because that string should not be accepted. Okay, so if 0 0 0 1 1 means this string must not be accepted. So after this 0 1, see here 1 1 is coming. So where it has to go? It has to go back to Q0. So this is your final DFA which will be constructed. So what are the things you need to do? This is a last step. This is your final step that construct the DFA. So this is your final DFA. So you need to start with the minimum string. Okay, minimum string, with that you create a skeleton. From that you see which all transition can come with this minimum string. After that minimum string you develop, if more things are coming, how you have to. See here the question was construct a string which ends with 0 1. So whichever strings that ends with 0 1, that should be accepted. Others must be rejected. So clearly one by one step I have explained here. Okay. Now once you have drawn this, you need to give the mathematical representation. So you know that the DFA D, you need to have a Q, sigma, delta, Q0 and F. So first Q, how many states you have occupied here? 3 states are there, Q0, Q1, Q2. So you need to write it as Q0, Q1 and Q2. These 3 states were there in this DFA. Next is, which are the alphabets you have used here? 2 alphabets, 0 and 1. And which is your start state? Q0 is your start state. And which is your final state? F, it's Q2. And this is the transition function. So these transition functions already we have clearly given here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 transition functions are there. So one by one you need to write those transition functions. Okay. So I will just write the transition functions again for your thing. So just see here, Q0 on accepting 0, it is going to Q1. Q1 on accepting 1, it is going to Q2. Okay. Next, Q0 on accepting 1, it is in Q0 itself. Then Q1 on accepting 0, it's going to Q1. Next, Q1 itself. Next is Q2 on accepting 0, it's going to Q1. Q2 on accepting 1, it is in Q0. It's going to Q0. So these are the transition functions which you are having. So based out of this transition function, I told you, once you have done the diagram, you need to draw the transition table. So the transition table, how to draw the transition table, I have clearly explained in the previous video. So here I will just show you how you can draw the transition table. Transition table. Zero and 1. So the start state is Q0. That's why this arrow is there. Q0 on accepting 0, it is going to Q1. And Q0 on accepting 1, it is in Q0 itself. Next, Q1. Q1 on accepting 0, it's going to Q1. It is in Q1 itself. Next, Q1 on accepting 1, it is going to Q2. Now, which is your final state? Q2. So, we'll mark it as a start to show that this is the final state. And accepting 0, it's in Q1, going to Q1. And Q2 on accepting 1, it is in coming back to Q0. So, this is your transition table. So, this table, and see the transition diagram, and it will be clear for you. Okay. Thank you.